So Emily Ratajkowski posed in Marc Jacobs' new campaign called Monogram. The irony of this is the campaign PR message was that it's all genderless while also celebrating individuality. Genderless and individuality. Is this not an oxymoron of the ages? My mind just won't bend that way. You know what I mean? Gender to me, and I understand there are the few of the population who may not identify as one, is a huge indicator of who we are as individuals. It's the first thing we see pretty much. The same thing I feel that can be said of all of this with gender, that can also go for race. And for everybody, it's different. I think it's a huge part of who you are. It's, again, the first thing we see when we see somebody. That's why people of color get pissed when white people are like, I don't see color. Because it's like, okay, are you having a Helen Keller moment today? Like, what are you saying? But I don't think that it has to swallow you whole and be absolutely everything, because that does wash away individualism, because then we are tying you to a group. You know, someone who said this is a friend of mine and a super progressive influencer, Nico House, who's a Black man. He said the same thing. I'm not going to tie my entire identity and existence to the victimhood of being Black, but yes, I have experienced XYZ that you could never go back and recreate an experience, even if you identified as Black today, right? Which brings me to, why do we do this with gender, but we don't do it with race? Think about it. What if I was like, you know what? I just really feel like identifying as a Latina or a Black person today. People would be furious. So why can we do it with gender and not with race? It doesn't make sense to me. Further, if there's no such thing and you can just detach from that and it's just this wish-washy, willy-nilly thing, why would laws and protections be put in place based on people's sex, gender, orientation, race? Because of this, because it is what identifies and differentiates us, right? Now, to the degree that we want to celebrate that, that's up to the individual. And like I said, I can totally respect the fact that there are people out there who don't identify with one gender or the other, but that doesn't eradicate rules that have been laid down or created based upon those things.